Final update. Accidentally caused a load of drama and got my cousin disinherited. Anyone who has read my previous post will know that a few weeks ago, a 14-year-old girl, Kelly, contacted me hoping I was her father. Sadly, I was not, but we did have enough DNA in common to be cousins. While I instantly thought of my cousin Jeff, since he was the only person who also knew Emma, Kelly's mother. So here's what happened next. Just a note, I'm not using anyone's real name. First bit of background on Jeff and I. He is the son of my dad's eldest brother, Jack. And so there is a 12-year gap between us, which may be why he doesn't like me, but every chance he has to upset or embarrass me, he's taken. I've already mentioned how 14 years ago, he outed my brief relationship with an older woman to the whole family, Kelly's mother. Emmett, but that is the tip of the iceberg. He caused a fuss when I moved to Norway to work for his dad. He tried to claim that marrying my wife Inga was wrong because we were step cousins and has claimed every one of my children are incest babies. I don't know what he thinks incest is. My wife and I are only related by marriage twice over first Uncle Jack and Inga's mother, and secondly, our own. Personally, I think he doesn't like the fact that I have a better relationship with his dad and that my children call Uncle Jack granddad. Needless to say, we don't really talk that much. Back to the present moment. I decided to talk Jeff's daughters, Abby and Rose, about Kelly, since Inga is their favorite step auntie and they know how to handle him. I know I would have posted sooner, but it was then that my wife went into labor a few weeks early and the matter got pushed back in my list of priorities. You'll all be glad to know that both Inga and the baby are perfectly fine, but does that matter? All set down. I get a phone call from cousin Jeff, not congratulating me on the birth of my son, but rather a foul-mouthed tirade about minding my own business. To get to the crux of the matter, Kelly is his daughter. He's known since she was born as Emma, forced him to get a paternity test. He signed away his paternal rights and gave Emma $30,000 to never darken his door again. He admitted all this to his daughters after a week of bullying him into telling them the truth. I don't know why Emma never told Kelly about this before she died, but I'm sure she had her reasons. The fallout of this revelation has been spectacular. Aside from his ex-wife giving him more grief, his second wife isn't too happy that he lied to her, and Uncle Jack is disgusted with him to the point that Jeff has been written out of the will entirely. This was a particular sore point for Jeff since he was set to inherit quite a large amount of money, which is now going to be divided between Uncle Jack's 3 granddaughters, Abby, Rose, and now Kelly. Uncle Jack has also invited Kelly and her family over to Norway for Christmas and is keen to build a relationship with his newly found granddaughter. Jeff has been invited too, but whether or not he decides to turn up is another matter. Abby and Rose have already met up with Kelly. Funny thing is, all this time, they've only lived a few miles apart from each other. The thing is, Jeff blames me for exposing him, claiming I should have talked to him first before telling his daughters, who in turn told their mother and in turn told the whole family. I cannot deny that it is quite satisfying to see him squirm since he has caused me so much grief in the past, but I am not a petty person and only approached his daughters because I knew he'd tell me to bugger off. Though, aside from the one phone call, he hasn't harassed me any further, so hopefully that continues to be the case. But with cousins Jeff, you can never be sure what he'll do.